Didn't go live last time.
Oh, there we go. It says you're live, so
Yeah.
I tell you, you're really gonna have to pull that shit to your face or sit in a different spot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe.
Sure. I don't know.
A little closer. Or put the mic. Have it like
to your face.
It was fine. Okay.
there. That's it. That was a good distance.
Talk with a little bit more vibrato.
What?
I don't know, not vibrato.
I'm a lady. I'm sorry.
Say it with your nuts.
I'm a lady.
And welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the WRK podcast, where we ask the questions, but at the end of the day, who really knows? As always, I'm your host, AJ, here with my good friend Dylan. And this week, we're joined once again by a co-founder of the podcast, Michael.
Woo!
And Matea is also going to be joining us. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about what really happened with Adolf Hitler. But before we do all that, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, both at WRK Podcast. Subscribe to the Patreon. Help this show get some crowdfunding. That'd be patreon.com/WRK Pod. If you need a place to find all those links, go to WRKpodcast.com and you will find all the provided links to all of them.
Don't know if we have a website now.
Yeah, we have a website. Yeah,
or we have the domain name. I don't know.
we have the domain name and a 2-page website that I work on when I find free time. But I just started playing Assassin's Creed, so my free time barely allowed me to get ready for this episode. So yeah, but yeah, without further ado, enjoy the groovy tune. We'll jump into it.
Just throwing this out there. I feel like we could definitely use a video over that sound so people on the YouTubes don't have to sit with us.
Yeah, get an overlay going. At least they get to listen to the music at least.
Yeah, true. True.
Sometimes
true.
you and I dance through it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of thinking about how this reminded me of back in the day.
Yeah, I got
99 bananas.
Yeah, I got that last week, and I literally saw it at a music station, and I had to buy it because it made me laugh thinking of how much fucking 99 bananas you poured down my throat.
All that stuff.
It actually doesn't taste bad with water.
Oh god, fuck. No
Yeah,
thanks, dude.
No thanks. I'd be fucked up in like 2 shots.
Dude, honestly though, video aside, if anything, people are gonna watch me get the most satisfying 30-second stretch I just got there. Yeah. I feel so loose now.
You can't feel that through the audio. You need to go to our YouTubes.
Yeah, just look up Who Really Knows Podcasts on YouTube. Watch us talk about stuff instead of listening to us talk about stuff.
Yes, right? We're about to get popular as fuck.
I mean, you can look at these 2 beautiful men all the time, so.
Yeah, it's like a weekly treat.
You really can't see Dylan, though.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
that's okay. They'll figure it out.
Relaxing.
They'll figure it out. Maybe I'll slide in. Maybe I'll do it.
He doesn't want to be known for his face. He wants to be known as the guy who crosses his legs in salmon shorts.
He's like the Wizard Kelly.
That's all I'm good for is crossing my legs.
All right. So what really happened with Adolf Hitler? So I think we'll start things off by talking about what the official story is of what happened with him. The official story is that everything went down on April 30th, 1945 in a secret bunker in Berlin. Him and his wife, Ava Braun, retreated to the bunker when Berlin started to fall to the Soviet Union and the Allied forces. The official story says that Ava Braun ate a cyanide capsule and I almost said Hitler. Adolf Hitler shot himself in the head. Afterwards, a trusted SS officer dragged the two bodies out, dug a shallow grave, placed the bodies inside of said grave, poured 50 pounds of petroleum on the bodies, and set them ablaze. All of this happened without eyewitnesses. And I know in the Family Guy episode, they're like playing chicken with the pills in the bunker. He's like, "Oh, I knew you weren't going to eat it." But that's not what the official story says. But I mean, as far as we know, that probably more trustworthy than the official story.
Right.
I trust Family
So,
Guy.
I always heard the official story was that he shot himself.
Yeah, that's what the official. Yeah, his wife ate a cyanide capsule and he shot himself in the head
Yeah.
with a Luger revolver.
And
Keep it in
honestly,
the family.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I didn't know that he was married until I started looking into this for this
Who would
episode.
marry him?
I always thought that he was just like banging that fucking weird looking. She kind of makes me think of the girl from Dodgeball,
Yeah.
but like the one with the unibrow, Franz Stilivoskovic or whatever the fuck her name is.
You ask who would marry him. I just got back from the Ozarks, and I could tell you with how many fucking sugar daddies there were with their little mamas.
I believe it.
Did you see Michael Bateman there?
No.
Oh, that's
He was
unfortunate.
baiting it.
Oh,
Michael
man.
Bateman.
Yeah,
So you're saying
from the
Hitler
show
is a sugar
Ozarks.
daddy?
It's fucking- God, is that really his name? I thought it was something else.
Isn't that his name?
Nate-
Michael Bateman?
I don't know.
Nathan Bateman or some shit like
Pretty
that.
sure it's Michael Bateman.
From
What?
Arrested
Where?
Development and everything.
Yeah.
That's not his name.
It's
Isn't it?
it's like Jason
Jason
Bateman.
Bateman. Yeah.
Hell
Whatever.
yeah.
Like Michael.
Okay.
But were you saying that Hitler is a sugar daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really was. Was she like 30?
No one would
When
fuck
she
with a
died?
dude with that stash. You know every bitch
Well,
in the
that's-
world would be
Hey,
like,
that was cool back in the day.
Yeah, Charlie Chaplin had one.
Man, yeah, that only turned bad because of him.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
I don't think
I still rock one every time I shave
Every time I
for
shave.
like 40 minutes just to creep Mateo out.
Yeah, I was
Oh
gonna
my
say
God.
right. That stash was wrong from the moment it got shaped like that. Like,
See, I always heard though, fucking Hitler had syphilis from banging all these chicks and shit like that. So.
Syphilis.
Syphilis.
You might think that's the word of the day.
No, I wish it was. That'd be fucking amazing.
Oh shit! So like after a few years of syphilis, though, you go crazy, you know. So after fucking 10 years in on his syphilis binge, fucking he goes crazy and shoots himself. You know, some things happen.
Syphilis binge. Oh man, syphilis, man. I tell you, what a fucking. Do you really go crazy when you get syphilis?
Yeah, because I mean,
That explains piracy. I mean,
Yeah, dude,
fuck.
What did Al Capone have? Didn't he have syphilis or something?
He had a lot of money. I don't know.
Yeah.
He had some shit. He had some. I'm pretty sure it's like something.
Didn't
that he
Al
got-
Capone die of old age on a golf resort in Florida?
probably we should do an Al Capone episode.
Al Capone.
I thought he died because he had
Was-
fucking diseases and he was dumb as fuck.
I'm gonna look it up.
Probably.
He was
I mean,
stupid.
shit.
He was stupid. His IQ was said to be like 60 something.
No shit.
And they said towards the end of his life he was fishing for fish inside of his swimming pool. He would sit on the diving board fishing for fish in a swimming pool.
That's fucking amazing.
Man, that's the
Um,
syphilis, dude. It fucking makes you crazy, dude. Not gonna lie.
So, according to this website, he died of cardiac arrest. During his last years in prison, Capone's declining health was exacerbated
Oh, so he died
by syphilis, and he became confused and disoriented.
in Alcatraz?
After release, Capone slowly deteriorated at his Palm Island palace with his wife.
Man, even Al Capone had a wife.
It was the syphilis, though.
Yeah.
It was just
Became
funny.
Disoriented.
They said like
I
it was
didn't know
because
that.
I watched a drunk history episode on it. And they just hearing how they fucking talk so much shit on him for being the dumbest person in the world.
I love Drunk History. That's a great
Oh,
show.
Oh, it
I
is.
even watched one.
I learned so much.
Never seen it.
Seriously?
I've seen like maybe one.
You've
or two
never seen
episodes.
drunk? Like you never
It's
even
on
seen a
Hulu.
little bit?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I think it's fucking fantastic.
It's on Netflix or Hulu.
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 Okay. I got the Hulu, so I gotta watch it.
I got the Hulu.
Dude,
I
that
got the
show.
Hulu.
That
Not
show is
sponsored by
so
Hulu.
amazing. I thought you could sit there all day and watch that shit.
Maybe later.
Yeah. But we want to be.
Okay, back to
So,
Hitler.
so the main reason that you should not believe the official story is the fact that there is not a concrete eyewitness. The only people that saw what the main story goes down are Nazi soldiers, or not even Nazi soldiers, like German soldiers, but like SS troopers. Like they were like above. Like there's a difference, SS officers and Nazi soldiers. The two bodies that were dragged out of the bunker were never identified. There were bodies out of the bunker. So
Well, they just actually said they just had this report that said that they found his dental work or whatever, and it was supposed to be with his dental work.
are you talking about the Russian body that they found?
It said
Or not the Russian
they
body,
found-
the body
they
that
said
the
that
Russians found?
that they just released, like the Germany or wherever had just released his so they could do an autopsy on the bones and stuff like that, and they just said that it was close to.
The body they found.
They said that his dental work was close to the dental work of Adolf Hitler.
Oh, well, if it's not exact, then I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
fucking
how
buy
do you
that.
know? You know.
I mean, but
people back
see,
then were stupid.
plus-
I mean,
plus-
back then, did they?
Did
He
they
had- he
take
had
photos
body
of
doubles.
teeth back then?
I don't know.
I don't think they take molds or anything of
No.
teeth either.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When
The
did they
teeth
start
look
doing that
like
shit?
Hitler's. Let's just say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
plus-
his teeth were also very shitty.
I mean, like
Weird
if anything, it could have been a fucking body double that
Right,
Mhm.
because they were rampant with body doubles back in the day.
right.
He was a paranoid person
yeah,
too. So
Well, everyone that was in power during World War II was. I mean,
Oh,
even
I mean,
even
you
fucking
have to
even
be.
recently, like in the 90s and 2000s, Saddam Hussein, like it was such a like known thing that they made a joke about it on Arrested Development, where there was a house full of Saddam Hussein body doubles.
Yes.
That was the same
I
fucking
remember
house that they
that.
live in.
yeah.
But like I mean, two people that died definitely got carried out of the bunker, but Berlin was under siege from the Allied forces. So I mean, it's safe to say a lot of fucking dead bodies went through that bunker
Mhm.
in that time period. So I mean, it's safe to speculate that the bodies that people saw coming out of the bunker were not Adolf Hitler.
It
And
could have just
What if
been
they could have
someone
been?
who
What-
was shot in the head by
What
an
if
officer.
they gave them fucking drugs to slow their fucking like
like
heartbeat?
pufferfish poison.
Yeah, dude,
Oh.
so that they could fucking get
What a
out
way
on
to
the
go.
fucking on a fucking on a stretcher, so
Yeah.
they could get out of there. And now where do you guys think they are? What do you
Well,
guys speculate?
I have a
we'll get
theory.
into that.
You have a theory?
But there,
Mhm.
Okay, I want to hear. it.
we'll get into
Well,
the
yeah.
theory.
Okay.
But we'll
Let's-
talk about the story on
Yeah.
why it's bullshit first.
Okay.
So if the official story is to be believed,
Believer.
then how come Adolf Hitler, the most hunted man in of at least that century, he was still being hunted by the heaviest set of investigative branches in the world, including the FBI, CIA after it was founded, which was founded by Nazis and Nazi supporters. So maybe they jumped into the investigation to like muddy the waters a little bit. That's my own personal theory, is that Prescott Bush and his goons were like, all right, well, we started the CIA. Now we're going to, hide the fact that we supported the Nazis.
Right.
Gerald Ford, huge Nazi supporter. Walt Disney, huge Nazi supporter. But yeah, MI6 was still investigating Hitler. Scotland Yard was still investigating Hitler. All of, like the main investigators in the world at the time were still didn't think Hitler was dead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But at the same
Well,
time, they were printing in the papers, we got
just like
Hitler,
us,
throwing
you know?
parades.
Just like us, we don't believe they still got Hitler. They were probably on the same thing. this looks weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, this looks kind of fucking weird.
Can't just tell a dead body that it's Hitler.
An Allied force didn't announce Hitler dead. He was announced by German radio that he was dead, and that's how the word spread that Adolf Hitler died.
Which is crazy to think that it's shit like that, and people still are like thinking he's like just dead.
And we're talking about the Nazi Party, the most successful propagandist in the history of propaganda until you get to like our current government.
If he
Right.
was still like alive, how old would he be now?
Oh
He'd be
no,
dead.
he'd be
He was
dead.
Okay.
born in 1899.
Yeah, he fought in World War
Okay.
One, didn't he?
Yep. Well,
Yeah, he got shot in the ass with a buckshot. I remember I laughed so hard when I heard that in like 6th grade. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
So how does some dude, you know, and some private in World War One that went to college and was a failed painter, this and that, become the fucking head of the fucking, you know, the chairman of the fucking German party and shit like that, you know? Was
Through
he was
hate, fear, and propaganda.
or was he? Yeah, of course, but he was
Like,
a puppet, you know. He
That's
was
what I was wondering. I
everybody
never
else.
really thought about it.
He was
Like,
kind of just a puppet.
That's
just
what
all
it's
the
ru-
other
it's
puppets.
rumored that he might be a Rothschild descendant, like
Okay,
not
I
off the
can
main
see it.
family, but
well,
his-
then he would be part of the top tier. But I mean,
Yeah.
if he wasn't, then I would see him being a puppet. But if he was a part, is there any evidence?
Oh
that
no, he'd still be
says-
a puppet. If you're not in the
Yeah,
main family,
yeah,
you're a puppet.
Yeah.
It's Game of Thrones. Like you might be a Lannister, but you still gotta fucking kiss Cersei's ring.
What is there any evidence that suggests it, or it's just there's kind of like
It was
little-
like his aunt, or his like I don't know. It's something like his aunt was the nurse,
Well,
like a bed nurse to one of the Rothschild men.
Well, I think
something
it's
like
kind
that.
of the opposite though, because Hitler had these quotes about he was like when you find out what I was trying to actually do, this and that, you know, you guys will understand this and that, and it was something about how he was trying to take out, you know, the Zionists and and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And not actually just try to kill all Jews. And that's kind of what it turned into after a while.
because of syphilis.
Yeah, shit.
Disoriented.
But it was probably. I mean, shit. He was probably trying to take out the fucking Rothschilds.
The Zionists
and everybody
who are the
that owns
Zionists?
shit.
Because I mean, kind of, but their end game was a treaty, like a peace treaty. The Nazi Party's end game was a peace treaty designed by this guy. What the fuck? His name's in here somewhere. It's like Walter Funk or something like that. Like just something fucking crazy. And the peace treaty is almost exactly the same as what the European Union is, which is kind of like put in place by Rothschild power. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but it's literally almost exactly the same, where it's just trying to get global and economic treaties.
Right.
But yeah, he's a fucking crazy, fucking evil dude.
Who are the
Goddamn
Zionists?
syphilis.
Who are the Zionists?
The Zionists are fucking. They're a group of people, Jewish people who believe that they should pretty much dominate the world and stuff, and they believe that you know it's the Palestinians shouldn't even be there, and how fucking that they fucking I don't know. It's
But so Hitler was thinking that these guys were getting ready to try and take over the world.
pretty
That was
much.
probably his
Pretty
point.
much.
So that's why he put Jews in concentration camps. Is that
I
what you're
mean,
saying?
the Jews were the Zionists. Well, not
Okay.
all
They
of them.
weren't-
Not all of them.
They
Right.
weren't as smart
I mean,
back
I'm
then.
not-
They didn't
Don't quote me on this.
They didn't have our methods of just going in with planes and shit and bombing the fuck
Right.
out of them.
But
They
was
had
that,
to do
like-
it the old-fashioned way?
Was that
you know?
like one of the main reasons, or was just
That's what I've read.
okay?
I mean, we're worse than Hitler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Who
definitely.
are you calling we? Who are we?
Us four. We are way worse than Hitler.
the United
worst.
States government's done fucking
Terrible
Yeah.
things.
like the fact that any politician can say that Hitler was more evil than that. Like not any politician, obviously, but like people on the scale of like
There's some-
presidential candidates
Yeah.
can be like, oh, Hitler was a fucking awful person. It's like, have you looked in a fucking mirror?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the country you're about to run is like literally, it's
Shambles.
out of here. So I mean, when we
You,
look at
you remember that
Hitler-
time that we blew up a bus full of children in Yemen with a stray fucking Predator missile?
Man.
We look at Hitler as being like super bad, but do you guys feel like he was like? Do you feel like there's justification in like
No.
what?
No.
Nope, no justification.
No, not at all.
Because, well, from what it turned out to be, no.
Let's say you're back in the day and you're fucking your own country of Germans, you know, like there's not as much, you know, laws maybe put in place or treaties or shit like that. People are against you. You have a sea of people, of Jews that you think are gonna take over the world and come in and invade and kill your
Well, the
people.
only reason that he was able to even rise to power is because he blamed Jewish people on the fault of like their debt after World War One. Is that was what he ran for his campaign. That was like the Nazi campaign was it's their fault that Germany is in debt because of World War One. And then they had two fat, like people compare like the fucking what was happening in Berkeley 2 years ago to like with Antifa versus the Proud Americans to what was going on in fucking Germany back then. That's why it was so scary.
Well, you know what's fucking weird is Antifa got their name from the fucking Germany Antifa.
Yeah, it's like a European movement. It was like all over Europe.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it
got the
started
same
in
flags
Italy.
and everything, the same fucking symbol.
Hammer and sickle.
No,
or not hammer and
the
sickle.
flag,
What is it?
like the black flags or whatever they got with the same fucking swirlies and everything.
The Arabic texture.
No, that's ISIS.
All I heard was, I'm pretty sure if you just do that, some Islam somewhere could probably read your sign language.
I don't know. I can't justify someone just killing someone for just because they're different.
I would think, I don't know.
I can understand
if it was for
you-
protection and safety
yeah.
of your country, then that's where it's like, I don't know. Is that what he wanted? Was he scared?
Well, you got to remember he started killing his own countrymen.
Yeah.
So it wasn't protecting his country from anything. It was
Well, okay, so talking about like this though, like, say it's kind of the same thing that we got going on here in America right now. Like, are we trying to drain this swamp or what? Like all these fucking people that are against fucking all these American ideals, you know, the First Amendment, Second Amendment, all this other shit, you know. Well, I mean, that's treason to me.
yeah.
I mean, that's the way they would look at it.
I feel like
Treason to me.
I feel like it is when you get to the point where you're physically like making someone unable to enact on their.
What if you're trying to pass
rights.
laws to fucking enact on their rights?
I don't.
That was so long ago, though.
I don't know.
What does that
the
have to
first
do
and
with
second
anything? That was only
Amendment?
like
Things change. Like there's how many
Things
people in
change.
America now compared to when the fucking
what were they
Declaration of
trying to do?
Independence was
What were they
made.
trying to do with that? With the Second Amendment, you know, if they were trying to make these rights, you know, so that I mean, they weren't doing it so that you know I can't. So my neighbor wouldn't come in and rob my house and I could kill him. That's not what they were trying to do. They were trying to do it so that the government doesn't get red coats and come over with 25 guys and try to kill me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what it's about.
I just think people aren't like going against it's not treason to not want to have guns be allowed out. Yeah. I mean, everyone has the
I mean,
right
now,
to.
I think the
that's right,
safest
but back
the
in the
safest
day,
way
they
to
were
fucking
dumb as
fix
fuck.
the safest way to fix the gun problem is get rid of gun-free zones because that's where all the gun crime happens.
Yeah, it seems like that's exactly what happens.
Like, oh man, Chicago, murder fucking capital of the world,
Sorry.
gun-free zone. Is fucking
Chicago's a gun-free zone.
Right, yeah.
You look at dumb
You
people.
get the
Dumb people trying to
strictest-
rob
they
people
have the
are not
strictest
going to
gun-
rob people
worse
that
than
they
New
think
York
have
City,
guns.
like harder than New York City. New York City has
When
really
I
bad
hear
gun crime too.
gun-free zone, I think of schools. That's all I can think of. But
Like those guys are literally going through the streets like, God, I'm
Nope.
going to rob this guy, but I really hope he doesn't have a gun because I'm not ready to shoot anyone yet.
Most of the time, fucking robberies and crimes like that happen to people that they already fucking know. You know, it's like, my buddy's not home, I'm gonna go over and fucking rob his house.
How'd you know I did that?
That's what happened.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hitler.
man. Hitler.
Oh,
this
Hitler.
is a dark topic.
Oh,
guys.
Hitler.
Bad
So,
vibes.
23 years. Oh, wait, why the fuck am I here already?
Where you at?
I lost my train of thought on my notes here. Hold on. What were we talking about before we derailed there?
Hitler and
His body getting dragged out.
probably.
But yeah, so I mean, they're in a bunker. Lots of dead bodies getting fucking floated through there.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of the dead bodies were those two, because I'm pretty sure even if they were burned in a pit of petrol, I'm pretty sure that would have been found.
Yeah.
That wasn't found.
Wow.
23 years after the war ended, though, the Soviet Union claimed that that they found the body and they hid the findings from their leader, Joseph Stalin, who is, in fact, a scarier person than Hitler.
Mhm.
Butchered, massacred millions of his own people.
20 million.
Yeah.
Ah.
Fucking, just terrifying, man. And they think, or they want to say that they were hiding the fucking shit from him. Like, if you got caught, could you imagine? Like, you wouldn't be killed. You'd be tortured and kept alive to the brink of death. But anyway, in 2009, an American pathologist ran DNA tests on the skull fragment of the corpse that they claimed was Hitler. But the bones were that of a middle-aged woman.
So were they of Ava Braun's then? Maybe he just got switched up.
I don't think
Ava Braun was a middle-aged woman. She was.
I mean, it could have been Ava Braun.
Middle-aged.
It could have very well been her.
Yeah.
But I don't think Hitler's gonna fucking kill off his wife and run away.
He killed everyone else.
I mean, if it
Why wouldn't he
if
kill
it
his
did
wife?
happen
He's
that day,
a sugar daddy. She was probably
if it did
stupid.
happen
as fuck.
Have you ever
day.
seen Mob Wives?
I mean, if it did happen,
Sadly,
on
I have
April
seen that
30th.
show.
But after the test results showed them that they were lying about having Adolf's corpse, they've barred any type of tests on the skeletal remains that they found.
Right.
They won't let anyone test it.
Yeah, but I swear I just saw something that they just let them. They just let people start testing on it again or whatever.
That could be, but I mean, it's a
And
middle-aged woman.
And that's why they said something about the teeth. That's all I saw though, was about the teeth.
I don't know. All I know is that the DNA was that of a middle-aged woman.
I believe it. I mean, you never know. Hitler could have been a middle-aged woman.
So there were any other things besides that on why the story's jank? Was there any other evidence?
Yeah. Literally after his death, $500 million in raw gold was reported missing, along with millions of dollars in precious artwork. And then they later found tunnels in Berlin lining the walls to a potential escape route that they later compared to the Caves of Wonders from Aladdin.
Damn.
Nice.
And some of the treasure, like along with what was remaining of gold was 8,000 pounds of raw gold bars. Was original works of Michelangelo and Da Vinci.
Damn.
And I mean, yeah, that's what they left behind. So imagine what they got away with.
Yeah.
Damn.
So okay, so what's to say that, you know, fucking people stormed in there, and grabbed a whole bunch of shit and was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm taking this home." Fucking war prizes, motherfucker.
Well, because of the 8,000 pounds of gold that was found when they got there, some of that went missing, and they blamed it on American soldiers stealing gold for war heirlooms.
Oh, okay.
So what they found is like what went missing.
Right. And then,
after
they were like, "Oh,
they
shit, somebody already stole
they found
some shit."
8,000 pounds of it.
Okay.
But some of that was stolen, and that's where like you like see an antique or like, you know, like you hear about Nazi gold eagles,
Right,
shit like
yeah.
that, gold eagle coins, like what they kept in the basement of Building 7 was where they stored gold eagle coins. Fun fact.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Wasn't that basement too? Like, didn't we talk about it? Was all of it missing, or how much was missing?
The entire
from
vault was empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane. When the plane crashed into the Pentagon.
No, the Twin Towers. It was the building next to the Twin Towers. That.
Oh, I thought it was
That's
the
Building
Pentagon.
7.
That's
No, the Pentagon. What hit the Pentagon hit the place that was investigating the Building 7.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
It was a financial investigation office of the Pentagon that got hit.
And wasn't it like just like 2 days before or whatever? The dude was like, "Yeah, we're missing like
Yeah.
$7 trillion.
Yeah, they were about to like start an audit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's fucking insane.
Fucking cousin Lenny, dude. He
Fucking
fucking
Cousin Lenny, man.
he's so smart yet so dumb.
Fucking cousin Lenny.
I'm lost.
We call every time that there's a conspiracy where it's just like something that just completely doesn't make sense, we blame it on someone called cousin Lenny.
Oh.
Where he just like fucking did a great job.
Yeah,
like
it's
he
like-
succeeded in
Yeah.
covering it up.
Yeah.
But like you're like, what the
come
fuck, cousin
on,
Lenny?
guys.
God damn it, Lenny.
You know it was you.
It's like the beat cop in New York City on 9/11 that found one of the terrorist passports
yeah.
that fell out of the plane somehow before it hit the towers, like 4 blocks away from the Twin Towers. And he's like, hey, look, I found his passport. This must be the bad guy. And
Right.
it turns out that's the guy that fucking hijacked the plane.
What the fuck?
But a beat cop found it 4 blocks away when everything else on the plane was fucking incinerated.
Yeah.
That's cousin Lenny.
That's cousin.
That's I'm pretty sure that's where the name got coined. Pretty sure we called that cop cousin Lenny one time, and that just kind of stuck.
Can't find the black box, but you can find
Yeah.
the passport.
Yeah,
You know?
the black box, the indestructible box that keeps the flight logs, got incinerated, but his passport was fine because it fell out of the plane.
Is
Yeah.
there- he really found something like that?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my god.
yeah, it's like the emergency door opened on like the side hatch of the plane opened, and the only thing that sucked out was his fucking pass. Yeah, just fucking. Whoop. I want to be recognized. I want them to
forget
know
about
what it
me.
is.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Yeah, that
That's
whole
nice.
thing was just, and all the little other things that you find too, like it is Lenny. Like you start to see a pattern between everything. Everything connects between Lenny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the world is run by fucking Lenny, dude.
Lenny.
I don't even remember where I read that, but the fact that I read that just just fucking killed me.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's all part of their plan.
Lenny.
Just very shittily planned.
This is something interesting that goes to do with why this story is kind of fucking weird. Allied troops photographed themselves with one of Hitler's body doubles that was shot in the head at the bunker after they sieged it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Where's the photo? I need a receipt.
Yeah.
I got it on my phone.
Thanks, it didn't happen.
So, and the reporting and investigation on Hitler's death didn't fall on like what you would think would be like the world's greatest detectives of the time. Like Sherlock Holmes didn't investigate Hitler's death. You'd think like the Allied forces together would investigate it, or Scotland Yard. I mean, they're close. FBI, maybe MI6, or even like just a regular street cop. Nope. It was a German message decoder for the Allies who was a professor in medieval history named Major Trevor Roper. And he was super fucking qualified for the job of hunting the most hunted man in history. Every single person that he interviewed later retracted their statements or laughed at how far off the transcripts were when they were read back to him.
No shit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So none of the eyewitness reports were even like usable per se. And so who is this guy who his German is so apparently so bad that he can't take the witness statements, yet for fucking 5 years decoded German
Right.
for German airwaves for
What the
the
hell?
Allied armies. This is the guy that medieval studies professor. Are you fucking kidding me?
You know who they should have had investigated?
Sherlock Holmes, dog.
That cop that found the wallet. From
Cousin
the
Lenny?
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, fuck.
It's like, how the fuck did they pick that guy? That
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but she was fucking in there somewhere.
it's not even like he was a teacher at Oxford. It was probably some fucking community college.
Community college. Hey, man, I got you like $2,000.
He's like, hey, I took
Yes.
German 3.
It was a moment like in Inglorious Bastards, dude. Like they just didn't have anyone. They had to go with fucking Brad Pitt. Buongiorno.
He either said that he has a dog in the penthouse or he has a cat in the penthouse. I don't know. Yeah, I probably spoke more German than that fucking
I
guy.
kind of want to watch Inglorious Bastards.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's
Right,
definitely
for
going on
sure.
my queue.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just fucking. I don't know. Some people who will start getting into theories on where people like where he might have gone. Some people who are smart enough to not believe that Hitler died in the bunker think that he moved on to Antarctica to safely continue doing whatever Hitlers do.
Oh, Hitler's cool. That's weird.
Hitler's
Hitler is
do
the
whatever.
reason for global warming.
The idea is popularized because in 1938, the Nazis pushed to claim the South Pole for scientific purposes. But the man in charge wasn't a scientist. He was the chief of the German Air Forces, Hermann George. I don't know. I forgot how to pronounce umlauts. I think it's double O. Hermann Gorge or something like that.
I believe it, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's actually could
Herman.
be possible because you
What
know
a
how
cute
much
name.
fucking
Herman.
you know how much fucking
That's probably why he's so bad at it.
extraterrestrial exploration the fucking Nazis have done.
Yeah.
You know, like, and you know, I feel like maybe that's fucking where the fucking aliens kind of settled down is fucking Antarctica, the North or South Pole where we're not at.
Yeah. I mean, it makes the most
It
sense.
would make the most sense.
I could see why he would go there. Definitely can, just because it's far away.
And you know, what if
And
it's
we
not
can't
all
go
snow?
there.
What if it's not all snow? Like it's fucking.
Well, have you seen like the with
on
the
Google Maps and shit
yeah,
like that?
like
Yeah,
the
and it's all just
pyramids
like
and, like-
whited out and shit.
yeah? There's
Huh?
like pyramids and shit. And,
Yeah,
like yeah,
Antarctica?
yeah.
yeah. It's like fucking.
Polar bear pyramids?
People used to be. I mean, I feel like that's like. What if the world, the world spins, So what if fucking at some point it's not the middle of the fucking world that's fucking
It's not an axis as much as it is a
exactly
orbital rotation.
what if we're not always fucking got the heat on us? What if it fucking goes this way at some point?
I think we've talked about that before.
I think I felt that.
in the alien episodes where we're not rotating on a top
Yeah.
like an axis. We're not a
Mhm.
swiveling top that's like every once in a while it picks up the speed again and fucking straightens back out.
We're going
It's-
all over.
Yeah.
We're spanning.
That would explain why that 300 years ago there were wine vineyards in France that are now ski resorts. And that's why fucking French wine is so expensive, is because they can't be reproduced anymore.
Right.
That's what people don't understand about fucking like wine, like that shit.
It's
is-
wine. You don't know shit about wine,
global
people.
warming, or-
Yeah, because that's what people don't understand about it, is that's why that wine is so expensive, is because it literally can't be reproduced anymore. It's like Napa Valley wine is going to be the same price until it can't be grown there, and then it's going to
Which
fucking
will
be.
be pretty soon
Right.
because California is
go
going to start on
underwater.
fire pretty soon because it's so dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's also like theories about why California's fires were going off and their new EMF readers for their gas piping exploding and all kinds of other shit.
Yeah. Fucking laser
Sus-
beams.
Suspicious.
Energy weapons.
Yeah.
If you look at the tracks from the fire, it doesn't
Yeah, it's
look.
weird.
It's not a fire.
And it's like all
controlled burning.
Yeah.
Yeah, way controlled.
Oh yeah.
Dude, at least if California starts on fire, pray to God they get an earthquake and just the water just comes
over.
comes in.
Tidal wave.
Even the
Get your
fucking
surfboards out, man.
even the Rothschilds are fucking done with California's bullshit. They're like, all right, they've been compliant, but they're getting annoying with their fucking vegan food and all this other bullshit. Let's shoot a laser at them.
Vegan food is yummy.
Wait, are you guys saying you think they shot a laser in California, or are you saying the pipeline
there's
weapons?
there's
Directed energy weapons.
yeah.
I'd believe it. Fuck.
It's
It's
yeah. If
I'll
you
believe
look at this, if you look at a sky map at some of the California fires, it's fucking insane. Like it literally looks like a fucking laser beam from space just tore up. Like it's like the street and houses are fucking gone, burnt to the ground, asphalt melted everywhere. But then the trees in the backyard are just untouched.
Well, if you think about that, though, I guess the trees do hold moisture. Trees hold moisture, and all these.
Well, yeah, but
trees-
not
and all these-
2,000 degree
moisture.
moisture.
I understand that, but all these fucking houses and stuff like that have been, bang, chemicals, bam,
Yeah,
on fire. All that stuff's gonna go up real fast.
but the leaves aren't
But if
burnt.
that fire, yeah, that doesn't make very much sense. But I'm trying to put. I'm
Just
trying to
the
put six.
moisture.
I'm trying to put 6 and 8 together, bud.
Really
yeah,
noted.
It's 14.
Math is
No, I mean, I know, and it's crazy to think about that someone is able to fire a laser and fucking incinerate shit.
I don't think it's crazy. I think it's
It's
possible.
probably Dr. Evil.
laser
Yeah,
hair
he probably only
removal.
wanted to
Laser
melt
hair
down.
removal, yeah.
That shit's gone
We-
in this millisecond.
Yeah, we got this
They
technology.
just like, tree's gone. Your house is gone. I don't like this neighborhood. I'm gonna take it out.
Exactly. I mean,
Like-
if you can do it small scale, you can do it you can do it wombo too.
But I guess I don't really understand the reasoning why they would, just because they can. Are they just testing it out?
Probably.
could've
been.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
what happened when they were testing out the nuclear bombs? It was like 30 fucking miles away from people's houses.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's how John Wayne died.
They're like, there's
I
way
mean-
too many people in
Wait, is it
California.
John
Let's
Wayne?
burn
Was
them.
it John Wayne? The old cowboy guy?
John
Yeah,
Wayne
probably.
Gacy.
John
He died, he,
Wayne.
died, he died from cancer that he got from a
Yeah,
movie
okay.
set on a radioactive movie set.
So
A
what
radioactive
happens also?
movie set?
A lot
Yeah,
of people, a lot
it
of
was too
people,
close
That's
to
it.
nuclear testing.
That's a movie
a lot of people in
itself.
their 50s and stuff like that have
It sounds like the
like
hills have
factory
eyes.
disease and shit like that because it was like they do all that fucking radioactive testing and shit like that. They go up in the atmosphere and fucking carry in the wind and fucking
Mhm.
move across the country and shit.
Radioactive clouds.
people love
Dude, when I first heard of acid rain,
Mhm.
I went on a fishing trip with my grandpa and stepdad, and I started crying because we got rained on. And I was like, we were just watching the History Channel the night before, like talking about like acid rain and fucking radioactive clouds and shit like that. And I was like
Dude,
6.
there was
but
a
I
point.
was like,
There was a point in my life too where I was scared of fucking acid rain because I remember
Yeah.
learning about it, and I would like literally freak out. Like not for me, but my brother was out there, and I was like, "What if this fucking kills my brother, bro? Gotta protect him. Get out of the rain."
well, when you think of acid as a kid, you think Mortal Kombat
Yeah,
acid,
a
like
little bit.
uppercut someone
your
into the
skin.
pit and just fucking their skeleton starts floating next to you.
Pretty much.
Dude, but Hills Have Eyes. That's a
I love that movie. It's such fucking corny.
The Hills Have Eyes, dude. There's like
Hills
a
Have
really
Eyes,
weird
too.
like rape scene, isn't there? Like I can never get past that part. I'd always be like, all right, I'm fucking done watching this. It's like, dude, I watched Last House on the Left with my stepdad,
Jennifer Lawrence.
my
in it?
brother. No,
Or the old one.
the new one doesn't have Jennifer Lawrence.
that
It has-
movie.
Yes,
That
it
movie
does.
was
Last
shot in
House on
Iowa,
the
wasn't
Left.
it? It was shot in Iowa because I remember my ex's dad, my ex father-in-law, tried to try out for a part in that movie.
Did he try it out for the rapist part in the movie?
I don't know.
Well, it's-
If I were casting though, and that was for that part, I would have hired him immediately.
The Last House on the Left came out in like 2006. Jennifer Lawrence was not even in
Jennifer
acting yet.
Lawrence- I
Okay,
think
there's
Jennifer
one in
Lawrence-
2006 and one in 2009. The one in 2006 is
Jennifer Lawrence did another scary movie. I can't remember what it was, but they
Is it
moved
Michelle
to a house
Trachtenberg
and
or
shit,
something
and all
like
this
that?
other stuff.
I think she was in the one that you saw.
No, it wasn't Jennifer Lawrence. Trust me, I would remember.
Jennifer Lawrence wasn't a scary movie, I'm pretty sure, though. I remember watching it, and it kind of sucked, I think, but what do I know?
Oh, it was Sarah Paxton. This girl.
Does she look like? Yeah.
Okay,
What
this
does
was
she
in
look like?
2009.
I don't know.
She looks
I always
like-
thought it was the girl that played Buffy's little sister from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
She might have been.
No, it's not. Her name wasn't Sarah Paxton.
No. I swear there's one with Jennifer Lawrence.
I feel like I need to watch Buffy the
Jennifer
Vampire
Lawrence.
Slayer.
Are you
was
talking
just
about?
thinking about
You're
that the other day.
thinking about the one where her neighbor is like fucking a creeper. Where her
Yeah.
neighbor like keeps his little sister like locked up in the basement, and he lives alone. I know what movie you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it.
House at the end of the street.
Yeah.
God, same thing.
Same thing,
It
literally
really
the
is.
same
And she
thing.
like finds the sister, and he's like, "Now I have to keep you locked up too."
What
And
is
she's
it?
like,
Yeah.
"No."
What's that title again? House on the End of the Street. Last House on the Left.
Sorry, guys.
Like, if you could
Literally
just
the
make the
same.
same movie and just give it different titles and sell it, like, good for you.
Yeah.
Well, Last House on the Left is different from that because Last House on the Left is about Last House on the Left was about a girl that gets raped and her dad's a doctor, and then the people who rape her raped her and tried to kill her. They killed her friend.
Maybe I haven't seen this.
Yeah,
movie.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it has like a 6-minute rape scene, and
And then she
I watched it
swims
with my
away.
stepdad.
And then she fucking swims
Yeah,
away,
she's-
and then comes and then comes back and then
She
kills
fucking
all
she
of them.
fucking backstrokes to save them. But then she does the elementary stroke, like chicken airplane. What is it? Chicken airplane soldier. She's fucking. And she gets back to her house, and then the people who attacked her come to the house to stay. Not like their car breaks down, and then it just so happens to be her house. And they're in the guest house, and she like sees him in the window, and she's like, "Dad, those are the people that hurt me." And then the dad's like a doctor, and he fucking just like dismantles them. And I remember like watching it with my
doctor.
I watched it with my stepdad, and
just be so strong.
I watched it with my stepdad. He was like, "Yep, that's why you don't fuck with doctors. They know exactly how to hurt you." He's like, they know how to fix you. They know how to hurt. Like, there's this part where he just like chops a guy in the leg in like a certain way that he just like his leg just like.
Ooh.
Maybe surgeons. I feel like doctors.
Oh yeah,
really
no,
don't
he's,
No, but-
he's,
shit, dude.
he's like a
Right.
surgeon. Yeah,
I feel
So
like
what, it took
Wait,
8 years to
this
become
is
a doctor?
Last house. This is last house.
last house on
on
left. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
the
good
last scene is like he gets the guy that shot his daughter in the like garage, and he like takes the door off a microwave and puts the guy's head in it, turns it on, and his head explodes.
Nice.
you know, like
Dog, but like,
Because doctors know that's what would happen.
but
Yeah.
how do I get Emma to watch that movie?
Tell her to come over and
I'll
watch
tell
it.
her there's a sex scene in
it's a
it.
scary movie.
Yeah.
That's what she
so-
needs
yeah,
to watch it.
there's-
She doesn't want to
there's-
see someone's head explode in my face.
There's a sex
That's
scene
what-
in it.
I'm like, yeah.
There's an unelicited sex scene in it.
Tell Emma you're coming over here for a date night, and we'll just slowly play the movie. and
Dude, we
just-
should.
Everyone, just stay calm.
Everyone stay calm.
Does she not like
this
scary
is,
movies?
this
Dude,
actually
literally-
ran for Comedy Awards in 2008.
Literally in Last House on Left, because I'm pretty sure it's a remake. But during the rape scene, like it's like she like is like passing out, and like all the sound goes away, like she's in the woods, and like all the birds stop chirping. All you hear is,
Oh,
and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah, dude.
And
I was
it's,
in the movie
it's like
theater, dude.
it's
like,
like
we
4
get
minutes
it.
long.
We get it. He's raping her. We don't want to hear it.
But it's
Yeah, it was some
literally-
old creepy dude.
It's literally like
I
her
could
going
not
like,
have played that part. I would not have
Not him. So Hitler.
Oh
so,
god.
so do you guys have any ideas of where you think Hitler might have went?
Argentina.
That's where everybody says. Why do you think that? Is because
Yeah.
No, that's just because I fucking heard it.
Okay.
I don't know much about this topic.
I like talking about aliens, so I'm gonna say that because didn't he fund a lot of
Oh yeah.
spaceship buildings and
Yeah,
stuff?
the V2 rocket was designed to send a message to aliens.
Okay, so I want to say that he was smart enough to be like, either I'm gonna die on Earth or I'm gonna die in space, and he just gotten a fucking spaceship and went wherever.
They put a
That's a
saddle
really
on
good
it, and he went up there like fucking.
That's how I.
Bush
If I
on a
was
Bronco.
Hitler,
Woo!
if I was Hitler, I would want to be in space and die rather than on Earth where
Well,
everyone fucking hates
Yeah, I feel
me.
you. But like, I don't know if Germany really had too many, too much of a fucking what's it called?
Space program.
Space program at that point.
How do you know?
I don't, but I feel like, the United States, I feel like they got up there early 50s and then told everybody it was the 60s.
If
You
he had
know?
contact
Well, you know
with
who
the
got us to
aliens, he would've-
space was Werner von Braun, who was a Nazi scientist.
I thought he was a Russian scientist.
No, he was a Nazi scientist. Von Braun, that's a Russian name, bro.
I have
Or
a
German
question.
name.
I have
That's
a
what
I was
really-
gonna say, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
he
what
was
Russians do you know?
he was most famous for hanging the slowest working Jew of the day outside the factory gates to increase work momentum.
Remember we talked
If I
about that
remember the
a
name, that's
podcast
the
two
guy,
ago.
yeah.
We talked about that.
I have
Von
a really
Braun.
dumb question, and I think I already know the answer. But
Yes.
Russia and Germany were allies, right?
At one point.
But it wasn't, you said.
Just refresh my memory. It's been a long time since.
Okay, so Russia doesn't
about
like
this.
losing wars. And so when they thought that the Allied forces were going to win, they were like, we play joke with you guys.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
were with
yeah,
you
yeah.
all
But
the
who's to
time.
say there's not like Russian people who are going against their country that were like, hey, Hitler wants to go to space. Let's help him.
Well, the
what
first fucking
happened-
person in space was from fucking Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
What-
fucking
what-
monkey.
No, I mean,
There was a monkey that was
Yeah,
insane.
well,
The Russian
yeah.
monkey.
There's
Yeah, I
lots
know,
of
I've
monkeys.
seen
And a dog.
There was lots of monkeys and lots of dogs that went in space.
Dead dogs, dead monkeys, rest in peace to all those
But it
animals.
was like, what was that dude's name? Yuri fucking.
I don't know. It was something really.
Yuri something.
They had to name him. They couldn't just say
Yuri.
monkey
No,
one.
the actual dude that went up there was Yuri something. I don't know. his
But
name.
didn't they not put a window on his spaceship? So how do we even know that he went?
Facts.
Oh yeah. Right.
We need windows for proof.
That's what happened with like the Nazi scientists was if they wanted to continue their work, they entered the Nazi expansion draft, as some people like to call it, where they either went to work for the U.S. government, British intelligence, or the Russians. We got our fucking first round picks. The rest of them went to Nuremberg trials and got hung.
Yep.
Damn.
And that's how we got NASA.
Yep.
We picked
So we got a
Werner
whole
von
bunch of
Braun.
really good computer designers, like computer fucking animators.
Yeah.
That's all they
Who
We got-
knows what they're really doing?
We got
down there in Florida.
NASA. We from enlisting these
Houston.
Nazis from after World War II. We got NASA and the CIA.
So how much do you guys think?
Where do you think MK Ultra comes from? Do you think an American came up with it? No, it was some fucking
No,
nut
we're
job
dumb as fuck.
Nazi.
We got Nazis that were smart as fuck. You know, like, I mean, yeah, we got them, but do you think there's ways that Nazis somehow, like, just took over? Like, they're part of the fucking top 1% now? Like,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
100%.
like, because the science is like, I just didn't know. Like, I would assume, like, if you're the smartest people getting fucking put into these situations, like, I wouldn't expect them to literally have you in fucking chains working on your shit and then kill you once you've given them
Well,
everything.
smartest is also like a loose term because there were people who were running experiments where they would electrocute a twin and have the other twin in a different room and just like see if they would feel it and like record it and be like, all right, shock him again. All right, did you feel that one?
Yeah.
Did it tingle your penis?
That's exactly how it went.
Yeah.
Word for word.
Very tingly.
Your brother is getting laid right now. Do you feel it?
So wait,
He is
if
getting the
giving
vagine.
if I'm giving my brother a hand job, am I jerking myself off?
Yeah.
Twin
100%.
telepathy.
It's called twincest for a reason. It's its own category. Of
That's
porn.
why it felt so good.
Oh, I'm googling it.
I know what I'm
Don't
doing
Google it.
tonight.
Pornhub it.
Pornhub.
There's
Sorry
a
to my
lot-
dad if you're watching this.
There's a lot of ones on me.
Oh yeah, I forgot you told your dad how to find those.
He
Gotta
likes
clean.
it.
Gotta clean up my act.
No, he likes it.
Your dad's gonna hear me calling Barack Obama Black Jesus, and be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Have you watched the TV show Black Jesus?
No.
It's
Yes.
pretty good.
What is it about Barack Obama?
No, it's about a Black Jesus.
I want to make a
And he
T-shirt.
helps this community, and he
Yeah.
like starts a garden and shit. It's
When,
really cool.
when we get the
It's fun.
T-shirt
It's
store up
funny.
and running, one of the first shirts is just gonna say Jesus was black on it.
Always.
I feel like there's
Jesus
a
is-
lot of ideas we've had that would be. I love the idea, but
I'm not religious, but Jesus is whatever you want it to be.
No,
No.
Yeah.
he was.
Jesus was
He was,
gay.
he was an actual person that lived at a point in time.
I don't mean gay isn't stupid. Jesus was
I
a
mean,
freaky gay.
what do you consider black? Because I feel like he was more brown.
What if Jesus was
Yeah.
a woman?
I mean, he was really Muslim. Like, he was like Muslim color.
I feel like Jesus was just
No,
some
yeah.
guy. I feel like Mary
African.
cheated on her husband and just
Middle
was
Eastern.
like, I don't
Middle
want to
Eastern,
die.
dude.
Like, I didn't have sex with anyone.
Egyptian.
Jesus was Middle
Jesus
Eastern.
was
Doesn't look
Mary's
good on a
son.
T-shirt.
Doesn't that make sense? That some girl just lied about having sex with the fucking farmer boy and fucking said.
And God believed her.
Are you talking about the Da Vinci Code?
What?
I have no fucking clue.
I think so. I think that's exactly what we're
Is
talking
it?
about.
Isn't that how the Da Vinci Code goes? It's like the girl was the daughter or like heir of Jesus and Hitler. No, she was the heir, she was the heir of Jesus and Mary Magdalene.
Jesus fucked Hitler, and that's the end of the story.
What?
That'd make a good
What?
fucking movie.
Who was the power bottom? That's what I want to know. I want that to be a porno. That'd be like the one gay porno I could probably watch.
Maybe they
I
just
honestly
agreed
would have to.
that-
I would watch it.
I'd
on
have
this
to.
day of the week, I'm gonna be power bottom, and the
Yeah.
next day, you're
Definitely.
I don't feel like Hitler would be anything but a power bottom. He'd be like, I want to lay on my back, but I don't want dick. I I don't know why I'm doing a Russian accent for Hitler. I haven't done a German accent in so long.
I couldn't
What
do
is
a
a German accent?
Oh man.
He want the dick.
Just really loud.
He wants dick. You want dick now.
Probably the best accent we're gonna get if we
Yeah.
keep trying. So let's just
I'm
go.
not gonna try.
Pass that one.
Yeah, especially with dick too. It's fucking just how.
I don't know,
how
it
we
just
say
everything
we
sounds
want dick
angry.
in every other accent.
I
in the world.
remember in German class
Do you
in
need
high
a
school, we
dick,
had to watch a
mate?
fucking soap opera, like a teenage soap. It was like the German version of Degrassi. It was so fucking bad. Oh my god, it was so stupid. It'd be like Zachariah wants her number,
Wait,
but it was all in German, so it'd be like
yeah.
Damn it, for bros.
Zachariah hast du ein,
Ain't
Number.
spied, right?
and their numbers were like fucking 19 digits long. He's like, how the, like, dude, I can't even remember 9.
I can't even put that on
Or
my fucking
10.
forearm.
What are our phone numbers? Are 10 digits long? Can't remember. I don't even know her phone number. I've been dating her for like 5 years.
Am I supposed to fucking write this shit on my hand?
I don't know your cell phone number, so it's fine.
Yeah, if I ever get arrested, I'm fucked.
I know myself.
Like, call my boyfriend. His
Well,
name's
they
Egan.
do let you use your cell phone when you're fucking in there, so.
Oh, cool.
I would probably just be like, please.
It'd be a
Just-
good,
just
it'd be a good
say
tattoo. As long as all of your friends don't change their phone numbers, just make a pact.
My
that
phone
no one's
number would
ever
be a
gonna
good
change their
tattoo?
phone numbers.
Mine's 8679.
8675309.
I just remember my
No.
dad's from fucking calling him from like the nurse's office in elementary school so many times. And be like,
Yep.
I got a stomach ache, bro. I want to go home and play Scooby Doo.
I had a Scooby Doo game, bro, and it was hard as hell, dude. On PS1.
Was it
Scooby-Doo?
PS1 or
It
PS2?
might have been PS2.
Was it House of 1,000
No.
or House of 100 something?
It was with the like the shock guy, and you had to go
You're
through a
trying
whole
to-
bunch of different things.
Oh.
Rob Zombie with Scooby Doo.
There was
House of a Thousand Scoobies.
No, I had one. It was like Scooby Doo, like Night of 100 Haunts or something like that, and it was
Oh.
hard as fuck.
Yeah, dude, every Scooby Doo game is gonna be hard as
There's a
fuck.
Scooby Doo board.
I had one
game
for that.
I was play.
Can
And
we
had-
find it and
had
play
like
it?
the 3 evil clowns in it. If you guys remember those.
Mhm.
Not fucking with
And you'd
that.
have to work your way up this diagonal board, and then if someone landed on the spot, you'd do a Beyblade at the top of the board, and it would come down.
I
and
feel
if
like I
you got
played this
knocked out
game.
of it, you would
Oh,
fall
shit.
and you have to go back.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of clowns, so I'm not gonna play that.
Dude, those clowns gave me
But
fucking
Scooby.
nightmares, bro. I tell you what.
My fear of
Don't be
clowns
such a
comes
bitch.
from fucking the circus when I was like 3 years old in Sioux City.
Yeah, you probably have some sketchy ass clowns out there.
Yeah, I mean it's called Sewer City for a reason.
I watched-
Sewer City
Sewer
Clowns.
City.
I feel like I watched
Everybody
with many
floats down
others.
there.
I feel like a lot of kids watched it, but I think my fear started.
Are you
when I
guys
watched
excited
it.
to see the second part of it?
Yes.
It,
Was it?
I didn't mind it.
It
when I
wasn't
was,
that
like,
bad.
I watched it when I was like 8.
That was my first.
Didn't
Yeah,
bother me.
that was my first horror film. And I
The-
love
the
it.
My
scariest
first,
one
my
for me
first
was-
horror film was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I cried because of the Oompa Loompa scared me so
Okay.
much. I
Wait,
went to my mom.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka?
Or Willy, I don't know, whichever the first
No,
one was.
Willy
Charlie.
Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka was fun.
The
Willy
first one
Wonka
that
was
scared
okay,
me
but
was
it was
fucking.
the Oompa Loompas literally made me fucking cry, dude. I literally
Aw.
ran out of the room and had nightmares about them for a while.
Those
That's
were
why I'm
great.
so afraid of midgets.
Orange and green.
Yeah, you show me a tan midget, put a wig on him, and I'll knock him out.
Snooky.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
my friend Sam.
Oh god. Poor Samantha.
Sorry, Sam.
Yeah.
You are one bright green wig away from being.
That's very true.
Oh,
I'm
One
man.
so
bright
happy I don't know
green
who
wig
this
away
is.
from being knocked out.
So we're so you think he went to fucking Argentina? Is that what you said?
All I remember is reading, and I think it just lies where, because it was either in Argentina or wherever they say that I think he would go is wherever the strongest community of Nazis would have been.
I did hear there's a very strong community of Nazis
That's-
in Argentina.
And Chile.
And Chile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
What?
and all over South. Dude, there
Yeah.
are neighborhood, like not even neighborhoods, like townships, like multiple towns in a row
And like
that
doesn't-
are
Dude, straight.
like literally people that don't look like they fucking belong there. Like you'll be like going through Argentina and then be like, all right, these are like normal, like fucking
Argentinians.
yeah, like
Spanish people.
5'10" Spanish people with
5 foot.
I don't
5
know.
foot, maybe 2.
But yeah.
Hey, that's how tall I
You from Argentina?
Yeah, Oaxaca.
am. No, my skin says otherwise.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah,
You white.
You white.
But yeah, he like you'll be going through there, and then all of a sudden you'll come across a town. Everything in the town is in German. Street signs, like everything German, and the people are like 6'2", blonde hair, blue eyes, or black hair, blue eyes, black hair, green eyes. Not South American people, but entire like fucking civilizations of them.
And does anyone? Do you guys feel like that's? I mean, a decent choice.
Yeah. No, that's where I think it's more likely that he would have went. And there's God, what I think he was a Navy SEAL. He got a TV show called Hunting Hitler, and it was like a Netflix show where he went to Chile and Argentina and like walked around in these communities where it was like all white people from Germany that set up shop and created like civilizations.
Was South America supposed to be a distraction? Because they're the complete opposite of
It could have
South
been.
American
You never
people?
know, man. Wait, you're saying like they set?
I think
those
they
people
went
up
there because of extradition. I think is more what they were thinking about.
okay.
I mean, that makes more sense than, yeah, they won't find us in the fucking, like, you're not going to put up a neon sign that says Deutschburger and try to pretend you're not fucking from Germany.
Yeah, I don't know. That's as much as I like to think about. They think about tactics. Who knows? Like, wouldn't they? Cousin Lenny was their fucking, real estate guy and was like, let's just move all of you guys to Argentina.
You're going to Argentina.
Y'all are going to
Have
Argentina.
fun.
You're going to love it. Just don't open up a Deutschburger if you want to.
Later, someone's like, oh, he forgot about it. We like it.
Oh, man.
Doesn't that, but then, if I was person in high power, the first thing I would think of is, well, if we have all these
Open a
people
burger
here,
joint.
or open a burger joint, but not
Podcast.
keep Hitler there, but like at the same time, I still think I stand by my thoughts that people back in the day were dumb as fuck. I've said this plenty of times.
Yeah, they
I
didn't
think
have the
people back in
technology we have.
They didn't have
Yeah.
the brains. They
I
were
don't think technology makes anything. I don't think
I just
knowledge. I don't think knowledge is linear. I think you're knowledgeable with what you have, and and if you have these concepts, you can be more knowledgeable than what we are today. I feel like we're dumber today than what we used to be. They used to be fucking. They used to know what was going around them. We got these fucking phones, and we got to fucking Google every single little thing.
But I mean, that's comparing like not to us compared to their smart people, but our smart people compared to their smart people. Our smart people are, and I think our common sense is more.
Okay.
Like we've all.
What would you define as smart in America?
I would say, in my opinion, I think the smartest thing would probably be common sense, and like this is like a nationwide thing. Common sense and acting on it, and not like having people that are literally out there for like
natural instincts.
I don't know, but because I think about people back in the day, like you have smart people, but like your whole, I think the way it moves is how much your community like
What you're influenced by.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I just feel like people back then were like they didn't have all that. What?
Michael struck gold.
What'd you say?
Word of the day was influence.
Wow! Yeah.
I'm under the influence.
Sorry.
That was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I'm so used to being the one who has to say it. I was thinking in my head, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Oh god, that's beautiful.
You want one?
That's
No. Matea's not joining us on word of the day.
Don't you guys just feel like people back
Is that
then
the
were
dirty
kind of
one?
stupid?
I tried to wash it and I was like, I don't care, I'll use it.
Does anyone believe like in back in the times of Jesus, people were just really stupid? In Christianity, and people were just like dumb and like didn't have enough knowledge. Not necessarily.
I feel like
dumb,
people
but
were
didn't have
easily
enough
influenced because
Yeah.
they didn't. Well, I
There's
feel like
nothing
They
else
didn't have, yeah, exactly. They didn't
I
have
feel like
They
the
don't know
problem.
anything.
They were gullible.
Can I say like my definition of smart? I guess.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
So
while we take our
most-
shot, this word of the day is brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Whiskey.
Oh fuck! I
Yeah.
tell you, motherfuckers.
That's that good shit.
Cheers.
Oh god damn.
Cheers to
it.
influence.
Fuck this shit.
No.
Fuck off.
So most people think that being smart is like knowing how to work a computer and like, I can make this app on my phone. And like, yes, that's cool that you know that, but I feel like natural instincts and like if you can survive in the wild, like, and just like common sense stuff, like that's way smart. But I feel like in the time of Hitler, most people just read books and they went to scholars who read a million books and like. It's kind of the same thing as like your phone.
I feel like they didn't jerk off enough. I feel like that's why everyone was so angry back then because
Well,
they didn't
everyone has
have
sex all the time.
they didn't have internet.
Just a
porn.
matter of the
They
decade.
did not have internet porn, so that kind of fucked them.
Well, I mean
I
that
got- I
sucks,
can
but
look it
they
up
had to
on
get
my-
off how they got off.
Yeah,
Anyways,
they fucking looking at a fucking.
Looking at the Mona Lisa.
but like,
She's staring at me. She's staring at me.
oh my god, don't do that. God, delete that. Anyways, I just think
This podcast is not censored by you.
Awesome.
I think people were smart in a very different way than they are now.
See, I feel like I don't know. I've got this thing that I've been looking at. You know, it's fucking about how fucking humans have since Adam and Eve have fucking not mutated, but fucking
Evolved.
devolved.
Huh.
Are you talking about the Farmer's Almanac?
No, I feel like
are perhaps good or not.
I feel like humans have devolved over the centuries, over the
Yeah.
millennials and stuff like that. I
I
feel
respect
like
that.
we used to be back in Adam and Eve. I feel like they were the perfect human.
Mhm.
And if you were to look at science and they tell you we became a monkey and we grew into this, that doesn't make sense to me because I feel like if you look at everything else, dinosaurs, other mammals, everything like that, even crocodiles that have been has been the longest lasting fucking whatever, they've gone smaller.
Okay.
So were we not maybe giants at one time? And that explains a lot of these huge things that were built. I mean, we could have been, I don't know, and it just kind of doesn't make sense to me.
Whenever I walk around in New York, I still feel like a giant.
You are
Well,
giant.
it doesn't. I get that.
Fast people.
Trees have different growth. There's like everything on this planet that has life has shown like signs of things that are different and can be massive. I mean, and we see guys right now like fucking Ron Jeremy, monster cock. Like if that's not proof right there that we have the ability to be mammoths. I don't know what is.
Is he not dead yet?
Ron Jeremy? No. If anyone had syphilis, you would have seen it.
Yeah.
He got treated.
Back in the 90s doing porn. Oh my god. How many of them are still around? Gemma Jameson and fucking Ron Jeremy. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's all you hear about.
Because they're all plastic.
I don't know him by his porn. I just know him by his advertising. Hey, I've got a 15-inch cock and you can have one too.
Really?
You remember when he was on the fucking Surreal Life?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I knew about him.
And Vince Voyer was on it, and he was like, "Hey, my dick's as big as you are."
That's fucking awesome.
Porn
I
stars.
missed where the topic led to. I had to go to the
Michael was
bathroom.
talking about the de-evolution of humans, which I agree with because I feel like the more generations that are adapted to the creature comforts that we grow up with, like
Definitely. It's crazy.
like look at like the Neanderthal, which we evolved from. If you were to get in a fight with a Neanderthal, it would rip your fucking throat out, shove it down your fucking mouth, and pull it back out again just to laugh about it.
And then fucking blowing it like a trumpet.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then it'd fuck your corpse.
Of course it would have to.
When I think of like what humans used to be, I just think of like the Hound from Game of Thrones. I just think like that's like the average human from
I
way
wish
back
I
in
was
the
as
day.
strong as him.
But okay, so do we have like, do you guys know like any information about Neanderthals and how tall they were and shit like that?
No.
So like if we're talking about like physical ability, like yeah, they had to survive and do all of this athletic stuff, so I feel like they'd be tall. We have guys now though that are fucking
Right.
getting fucking jacked can do shit.
Yeah,
that
but
those
those are outliers, whereas it's like a standard.
Yeah, I
thing.
got you.
But but I'm talking about like I feel like
You feel
humans
like
used
bigger
to be
people.
giants. Used to be actual giants.
I believe it.
And we have de-evolved into a fucking smaller culture. Under the last thousands of years, yeah, we might have gone from fucking 5'6" to fucking 6 foot tall, you know. But I feel like we used to be fucking huge. Wow,
But that could be like,
how do you explain the fucking? I mean, a lot of this is Stonehenge. This other shit that.
that's what I was thinking of Stonehenge. Like, maybe people just were bigger. I don't know. Like, I think it's possible. And I think we maybe hit a point where we were probably getting lower because everyone was getting comfortable and having sex. But now that social status is a thing and girls are only fucking guys that are 6'2".
But if you think about it, though, like I mean,
See, that's where I missed out. I grew past 6'2", and now that no one wants to fuck me. Like I didn't stop. I'm like, God, can someone give me a fucking Stone Cold Stunner or a Tombstone Pile Driver so I could shrink a little bit?
There's 3 people in this room that would fuck you right now.
Dude, but straight up, I'm like, yo, can someone? John Bradshaw, the WWE wrestler, always talks about how he shrunk 2 inches when he did a feud with the Undertaker because he took so many Tombstone Pile Drivers. He literally, his vertebrae got crushed down so bad that he shrunk 2 inches.
Jesus Christ. De-evolution.
De-evolution. Well, I mean, I feel like de-evolution is a thing, man. It's crazy. I feel like it's a thing.
Well, I mean, we're all getting fucking fat.
If you fucking think about it, I mean, there were giants in the Bible.
Yeah, David.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
What, David versus
Goliath. Goliath. You know, there was giants in the fucking Bible. I mean, it's just like the science can't say that it fucking went backwards. Otherwise, it would fucking rebuke everything it fucking put forward. You know, oh fuck, you know.
I just think don't you think though with natural, or I don't know if that's the right phrase, natural selection, these giants would have been fucking just mating with each other or something.
Kind of get a bigger giant.
And you would just be like, you'd
Just
keep the
make
line.
it.
But I get what you mean though. They'd keep getting smaller and smaller with the less they'd have to do over time. But
well, even that, but plus, like, I don't know, like, if you got Adam and Eve, and like, say you made dogs with each other multiple times, you know, with their babies and their babies and their babies, they're gonna get fucking deformed and this and that. You can tell people. You look at somebody, dude. If you look at their face and this, dude, like, some people's eyes are up here, some people's eyes are down here and shit. It's weird. You know?
I think I got a different left and right face. I've looked at it.
No one's face is perfectly symmetrical.
There are very symmetrical faces out there. But in those people,
like Bella Hadid.
Or like the
because of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Or the dude fucking Malcolm in the Middle, Reese, the older brother.
Oh,
I don't know
love
that.
I think there was a whole video. I think there was a whole episode about his perfectly symmetrical face.
Oh yeah, bro, I remember that.
Huh.
Holy fuck. That was so long ago. For all you Malcolm in the fans.
Right? No.
What?
Dude, Malcolm in the Middle was fucking great. Especially when Reese would come
I
in.
didn't
That's
like
the
that
only
show.
time. Those
I
were the
don't
best
get it.
episodes. But now I want to go back because Bryan Cranston was amazing. I just didn't appreciate it. I liked Reese.
I like Reese and Dewey.
I've only
Recently.
seen a couple episodes and I just
Yo, fuck Malcolm.
I never got it.
She doesn't even remember fucking being in the fucking thing.
He doesn't?
No, he had like
Frankie
fucking
Muniz.
brain disease or something like that. That like he doesn't fucking remember it.
His
What?
parents drugged him and like made him go and act.
Or he just was in so much stress.
Like so much like trauma or something.
Yeah.
Like that,
No, his parents. You
I
heard it
didn't
here
know.
first on the Who Really Knows podcast. We do really know that Malcolm.
Malcolm in the middle. He was drugged. Roofied. Roofied. Holy shit.
I love the chance that I get to say, but we do really know.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
One thing we do know is how to drink.
You guys, we might need to improvise an outro song because for some reason my computer screen is black.
There we go. There we go.
Well, I'm not saying we have to end it now. I'm just saying I'm gonna find one.
That sounds close enough.
Did you guys know Bernie Sanders was in town this weekend?
Yeah, fuck Bernie. Sanders.
He didn't
I
text
saw,
him.
and he didn't text us to hang out. No, I saw a meme and it was like a bunch of people paid money to the Bernie Sanders Foundation because they thought he was the Six Flags dancing. The Six Flags dude. I died laughing.
Dude, we should have gotten. We need to get someone. We need to get someone high profile on the show. Bernie
You
would
think
be
Bernie
great.
motherfucking Sanders is gonna come on?
Well, I mean, we could have like had our video cameras, and me and Michael and AJ could have done. We could have had like an ambush interview. We all just charge in there. The first one that
Get
gets to him.
arrested and
First one that
tasered
gets to
and
him.
shot.
AJ's interviewing, and I'm on the fucking. I'm on video cassette tape player.
We literally just need one of us to get close enough to be on camera saying, "Bernie, why do you have sex with little children?"
Oh, whoa! I would be talking to Joe Biden.
I'm sorry, but he's definitely a part of that.
You think so?
Oh.
That's real. Huh?
All old people. I'm safe to assume that most old people in power.
If you're an old person, what does the term is a little child? It'll be like 20. If you're like 80, that's a little child doing it to a.
I feel like what I heard today, I was listening to a podcast, and I think when they were talking, I was listening to a podcast about Epstein, and I think the way that they described it, what a good way that I felt, was when you say little child or little kid. I feel like the line is when you say a young woman instead of a young kid, a young woman. You know,
I got you.
I feel like it's a good describing point. I really liked it, so I'm sticking to it. Damn it.
Well, a young woman could be like anything, man. If there's grass on the field, play ball.
A woman is 18 years old by law, sir. No matter if there's grass or not. Sorry, my voice got loud.
Oh man.
Nasty ass.
We used to sit outside the Cypress and make fucking pedophile jokes, like try to come up with the best one. Like back when I was like, I was 19. But yeah.
Fuck!
I think
That's great.
I think my favorite one I ever heard was "Old enough to pee alone, old enough to be alone."
Oh my god.
Old
Glad I
enough to,
didn't live in Iowa back then.
the best one is probably old enough to bleed, old enough to breed.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's the Mormon saying.
Yep.
I don't know, man. We don't
We don't do that at your
condone this stuff. But if
Fuck,
there's a
it's
joke to
funny
be made,
sometimes.
goddamn
We'd be
it.
joking about for sure.
Can't wait till my mom hears this on her way to work.
God, dude.
First
I literally-
Amendment rights. First Amendment rights. You know?
I feel like I've told Emma, I feel like she hasn't been listening, and there are sometimes I'm just like, don't mention about the episode. Don't even get her interest up into listening, because I'm scared as fuck as to what things she would hear.
Why?
Oh,
I just laughed at a pedophile
It's
joke
a
or whatever.
joke. It's a joke.
Emma would understand. She would.
Michael knows
Her mom, not so
if it's
much.
real.
Yeah, her mom not so much. I forget that her mom fucking has she's shown her clips. I hope she's not stalking me every week.
well,
listening
you're
to my
dating
episodes.
her baby girl, so
Yeah.
I don't
She
care.
probably follows you.
Emma should be on the podcast one time when I'm on.
Okay, we'll bring her on.
That's my girl.
She should have. We had some. She was free tonight, but she was. I wore her out today, so
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh.
yeah, and last
Okay.
night. So it's just
Oh, okay.
been.
She's
It's been-
taking it low. Huh?
I feel you.
is that why your hand looks like it's cramped up?
Yeah.
Sorry, Emma's
Claw.
mom, if you're watching.
Oh God, I hope no one's watching. I
hope
hope
we
we
got
have
a
0
comment.
views. I hope we have 0 views on this.
We got a comment. from someone.
Hey,
It says fag. We learned this from last time. You guys are fags. We thought last time we had a comment, it said you guys are fags, and then we got
Are
closer
you?
after the episode, and we get closer and it says you guys are heroes, and we were like, whoops. We were like just talking to this guy, like, you guys are calling us, we're like, fuck you, calling us fags and shit.
yeah. So no, heroes, capital.
It was when we were
Exclamation
talking.
point.
It was when we were talking about the Clinton cartel.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You guys are fucking heroes." And I thought he said, "You guys are fucking fags," because I didn't have my glasses on. I don't think you had your glasses on. We're like, what the fuck is
You guys didn't start wearing glasses until last week,
What?
right? Did you see them today? And we were like, oh, they're wearing glasses now. This is what
I've always had glasses.
What is it?
I would watch the show. I listen to it.
What the hell does that say? You can't
The
see
mouse
it.
isn't
I
working.
think it's a bot telling you to buy something.
1992.
1992 called. They want their fucking flashlight
Yeah,
back.
Read it. Go read it, babe.
I can't read. It's an emoji.
It's like a
Looks like a flashlight.
music.
Music note.
1982.
All
All right, fuck this.
Wait, while you're up, grab me that mouse.
It says a key.
Grab
I
that
know.
mouse. Yeah.
Good notes.
It says a key. A key. What does that mean in Mexican?
Now,
Come
here,
on.
right now.
Oh, okay.
Get
That-
along, little
So
dog.
19
That language is stupid.
1982 to now.
Te quiero coger
Did you guys
tu
take
culo.
Spanish or French?
I took
or
6
German?
months of it, and I was like, my teacher
love
sucks
French.
so much.
Español.
I took German.
I took Espanol.
And
I
then-
only remember one line from
I wish
Cesar.
I had the brain capacity to
From
take Spanish
Cesar.
and French
From
at
Cesar.
the
God bless
same
that
time in
man.
high school, but I smoked way too much.
He told me only one line to remember,
I
and it
feel
will
ya.
pick up any girl in any Mexican language. It's te quiero coger en tu culo.
Te quiero tu culo.
Te quiero coger en tu culo.
Te quiero cojero en cajulo.
That's not what you said.
Close enough, and it will probably work.
My buddy
What
Mihai.
does that mean?
What does it mean?
Ask any Mexican lady you know. But
They're not gonna know.
I have
Te quiero
a-
cojera.
I know a
Cthulhu.
girl who's part Mexican.
My buddy Mihai, when I lived in New York, taught me how to pick up a Russian girl at the bar. It was a Privyet krasiva, ty hoshi spet.
I thought you just give her some vodka.
This comes after that. You come with a shot of vodka.
Okay.
Privyet krasiva, ty hoshi spet, which means, hello, beautiful, will you come home with me?
Oh, see, mine just said, I want to fuck you.
I want to fuck your dog.
Sounds a
in
lot
the
better
ass.
than what most Americans say.
I just like to go with the old I want to fuck you in the ass. It works.
It works.
Hablo inglés.
How many times did it work?
I want to fuck you in the ass.
It works after I've established a relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
you just
go
say
up and ask someone, "Hey, do you want to get fucked?"
that's what you do. You just gotta be like, it's my birthday, give up the butt.
Hey, do you wipe?
Oh my god!
Do you use wet wipes or dry paper?
Stop. Too much.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think for you it's that serious of a question or an answer, but for us, I think that's
If some guy that I didn't know asked me that at a bar, I would literally slap. him
if you
in the
use
face.
wet wipes or dry paper.
No, if they ask me, if I want to.
If you wipe?
No, what you said before. I'm not going to say
Oh,
it.
te quiero coger en tu culo?
Oh,
That
fucking the ass.
No, that.
Toss the salad.
Yeah.
I feel like tossing the salad is where it really matters.
Eating
Tossing salad.
leftover corn, you know. It's
Oh,
you got to
God.
some days.
like I ain't saying she's
Yeah.
hot, but I eat the corn out of her shit.
Iowa.
I mean, it is corn. You can't let it go to waste, right?
I love all the people that get to listen to this and hear that, and on no other podcast will you ever find anything said. I swear
One
to
and
God, I
only.
feel like there's no other place you'd ever hear something like that said in the whole
Like
world.
I ain't saying she hot, but I'll eat the corn out of her shit.
Yeah.
Sounds like something you'd hear on Letterkenny.
There's no way. There's no other place in the world that I have a podcast where they say something like that.
Maybe an alternate universe.
Where it's our podcast still.
Where it's
Where we were just hanging out.
You guys ever think your dreams are alternate universes?
Uh-huh.
Dude, I've been having like
I
every
have
time I
reoccurring
take
dreams.
CBD oil, I have fucking crazy ass dreams.
See, every time I stop smoking weed, I have crazy ass dreams. If I stop smoking weed for a couple days, dude, I will have the craziest fucking dreams in the world.
Damn.
Huh.
It is
I wonder
super
why.
fucking crazy. Because fucking the weed fucking suppresses your fucking endocrine system.
I always
That
get
enhances
whenever I
it.
smoke, I have weirder dreams. I wonder if maybe
Really?
it's just the way that it's like. Maybe it's just the difference from what your norm is. You know, like if you're
Sure.
used to smoking. Because I feel like when I start smoking, like I feel like maybe for the first week that I'm gonna have some weird dreams. But then I feel like if I keep smoking, like I start remembering like I'm not having as crazy dreams as I was having. So maybe it's just like
Do you guys always think about your dreams? Or do you
my
just let
dreams
it
are
happen?
fucking
I like to think
insane.
about my
He says the
dreams.
same
My
thing.
dreams are fucking out of this
I have
goddamn
weird dreams
world.
here and there, but I don't
Some days-
have.
Some days I don't have dreams though.
Yeah.
Most of the days.
Or
I do
just
not
dreams
have
that you don't remember.
Sometimes I won't have dreams, but when if I have dreams I remember, like they are so fucking weird. I wish I could explain it to people.
It's 'cause you
I
play
couldn't
too many
explain it to
video
people.
games. Just
It's-
When
I
I,
feel
when I
like
decided
that
I was
might
gonna
be
stop
it.
like drinking
Or
as
just-
much as I was, and all this other, like when I started like kind of like sobering up a little bit more, dude, my dreams went fucking crazy. Because I used to just like, I would come home so sore from work that I would drink myself to sleep.
Yep.
That's the only way I could fucking sleep, was get so drunk that I just passed out.
Yeah.
And then once I stopped doing that, I was like, why am I still drinking like this? Like, it's not a requirement anymore. And so I just quit doing that. And then my dreams started getting fucking, that's when I started telling you, I was like, I've been having some weird fucking dreams. It's creeping
Dude,
me
I
out.
love it.
Yes.
I don't care. I don't
Alcohol is a
I don't have
depressant.
any scary dreams anymore because every time I have a dream that trips me out, like it doesn't matter. Like I feel like in the dream, I'm so interested in how fucking weird
But
shit
it's
is.
weird, man, and it sucks to have dreams where you can't tell nobody. You know, it's like you ain't got nobody to tell about. You're just like, well, I gotta keep this kind of dream to myself.
Why?
Dude, I've had some
Weird.
very vivid sex dreams.
Not
Like,
even sex dreams, like some weird.
Dude,
I think it's
with
interesting what the brain can do.
the first like
When
week,
you're not in control of your brain can do some fucking weird shit.
that like week that I took CBD oil every day, I had like
I love
crazy sex dreams that whole week.
I feel like that's all. Do you guys ever have like though, like people talk about crazy dreams as in like basic like normal shit? Like I'll be having dreams of fucking like having powers and like I can shoot fucking ice balls the size of
That's
my
because you
fucking
play
size of
League
this
of
room.
Legends.
And like I can be doing fucking karate like
But
kung
that's
fu
not
shit.
weird, though.
And like
Most
I don't
people
know.
have dreams where they can do anything. You can fly. You can.
I used to have a reoccurring dream where
Hilter,
I
go
would
ahead.
have there was like maybe like 7 to 10 levels. Every level it was like a resort for monsters like that were fucking like massive. And then somehow shit went to shit and I was on the top floor every time at the start of the dream. And the monsters would be breaking the floors and people would just be fucking flowing into these guys' mouths and I would have to keep running and shit and get
like
to
the
the
bathroom.
spot. And
Punch Man.
it that freaked me out. I had a dream about it though the last time I dreamt about it. And I think that's why I don't dream about it anymore because the last time it didn't freak me out and I was badass about it. Why are we talking about this? What the fuck is Hitler doing? Like, what do we have?
Hitler was fucking crazy, bro. Like sometimes you just gotta fucking go back to the
Do we have any other places that he went to? Fucking Argentina, the Poles. Like, is there any other?
I mean, he could have died.
Alien.
What if he came to America?
I mean, he could have been.
What if he was Charlie Chaplin? I don't know if that's a thing.
Charlie Chaplin was like the 20s, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was before Hitler.
19.
I'm sorry, but Nazi science technology.
I saw something the other day and it was like, today's the last. Oh my god, how am I gonna say this? It's the last June of the decade. Like June 2019 is the last June of the decade of the tens. Isn't that so weird?
Yeah.
Like the decade
So
of the
next in the 20s will be the roaring 20s. Again.
Yes.
Fuck. So we all need to get some fucking
Great gas
Tommy guns.
some Tommy guns and some zoot suits.
Yeah.
Get some fucking
Yo, low key though, I feel like everybody needs to fucking load up on
22
some
Tommy
guns.
guns.
Everybody needs to load up on guns.
I want to party like it's 1920.
Dude, I need some guns too.
Dude,
I got shotties and I'll be okay, but
I mean, except for when fucking you got 22 fucking people coming into your house fucking trying to steal your.
that's what I'm saying. I think
Or the government.
I think putting guns in other bad people's hands is bad, but goddamn if I'm not gonna have a gun to fucking kill them.
Dude. See, this is the
Sunday
thing.
Jungle.
Here's the thing. I've played paintball many times, this and that. You take people out a lot faster than they fucking take you out if you fucking smart about it. You know?
So what about what do you have anything left? I mean, you said you were time consumed, AJ, in your notes. What else do you have on Hitler? I want to know some facts.
I mean, Hitler was obsessed with aliens. There was a lot of shit about Hitler that's just fucking.
He was obsessed with aliens.
Oh yeah, like the V2
rocket.
rocket.
Because you guys said the thing to try and contact them.
Yeah, the V2 rocket was basically like a second ditch effort at what Nikola Tesla did at sending the binary numeric code out into space.
Yeah. Well, fucking Nikola Tesla, what he said, he heard fucking back from shit 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Yeah,
3,
I saw that shit.
3, 4. That's fucking crazy.
What do you guys think? I was gonna fucking talk about this earlier. Please God, tell me I didn't forget what I was gonna bring up. Hitler, aliens, fucking science rockets, fucking I don't know. It's gone.
Hitler and his drugs.
Well, you know what I think is the craziest thing that I've never learned about this, and I've never like researched it or anything. But what the fuck happened to the Hitler Youth Group? Like we learned about them in school,
Right.
you know,
I
the
didn't learn about that in
brass.
school.
You didn't learn about that in school?
Yeah.
Well, you're from New York. Like I was like very German. I
I feel-
learned about Hitler a
I
lot.
feel like fucking the Hitler Youth
Yeah.
Group is kind of fucking
We just said Hitler is bad.
assimilated into fucking our fucking thing and just became super racist, and then their fucking kids became racist.
Became the Boy Scouts of America.
and then
Just
became fucking
kidding.
and then became fucking the KKK. That's real shit. They probably became the KKK.
Could. I mean, the KKK was around way before the Hitler Youth Group. I mean, if
If that's true, then they probably joined up with them. They're their own KKK. They're just like, we're not dancing in fucking the woods with white cloaks. That's how you get fucking found out about. Like these, like, I don't know. I feel like Hitler would make a good KKK leader, though.
I don't feel like anyone makes a good KKK
I
leader.
mean,
Well, in the eyes of the KKK,
I mean,
I feel like
Dave Chappelle made a really good KKK leader. I'm just gonna say right there.
Oh man, but no, I don't have any more notes to go over about the disappearance of Adolf Hitler.
gosh, I can't remember what I was gonna say. It was something I was like curious or had an idea about, and it was like, fuck. Yeah, I don't even remember. That's too
Were
bad.
you curious about why I'm wearing a hoodie in June in Iowa?
Yeah, and the fucking
Stocking cap.
Stocking cap. Yeah.
And I'm wearing these track pants because they just came in the mail today. Because it's my second pair of tri-stripes.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Black on black. My other ones are black on white.
Mm,
Working
so-
on getting a gray on white and gray on black pair.
So you're
And
trying
then-
to get real Russian, huh?
Yeah, then I can join a Russian street gang. And I
You
can,
don't- you don't
I
have
can
to
walk up
join
to, I
it.
can just walk up to them and be like, "Давай покурим, за пару минут, мой друг."
Yo, you don't have to do anything. They're gonna come to you.
At that point, they'll be like, "He has 4 tracksuits."
Yeah.
Oh my god!
guy-
Fucking 4 tracks.
Hey Tony, look at this guy.
He's got one more than I do.
Tony, hey Tony, look at this guy right here.
This
guy's
fat
serious.
Tony, this small Tony, you're gonna be tall Tony.
I feel like that's all you had to be required into the mob. Like,
Couple pairs of tracksuits and just. Dude, I'm bringing the tracksuit back. Next funeral I go to, I'm rocking the tracksuit. Rocking the all black tracksuit.
Tracksuits are going
fucking good.
Dude, yeah, I got a gold chain.
Let's do it.
So, do we literally not have any outro
I got
music?
one better.
Oh no, I got the computer working again.
Oh shit! Okay.
That's why I was like
gonna say.
quiet for like 5 minutes. I was like repeatedly just.
I think I could have done a good job. I'm just gonna play my version over this version.
I'm gonna turn your microphone off. Is what's gonna happen.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for another
No.
episode. Wait, did you remember what you were gonna say, or?
No, I was just gonna do the outro music.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you everyone again for joining us on another adventure on the WRK podcast, where we ask the questions, but at the end of the day, who really knows? Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, both at WRK Pod. Hit the Patreon up. Just hit the Patreon, patreon.com/WRK Pod. Visit the website, www.wrkpodcast.com. You guys are fucking goofballs. Check out the website, check out Patreon, help crowdfund the show. If you like what you watch, you better crowdfund, you know?
I mean, this beer isn't free, but I still work to pay for it.
Yeah. Ain't nobody around here trying to have a job. T-shirts, still working on it. I need to find a guy that's an artist or a gal that's an artist that'll design, do shit. Gonna come out with some stickers. I'm gonna slap one on my truck like it's a fucking bad habit. I don't know. I mean, that's about it. That's all I got. But yeah, hit the Patreon, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you
Get
next
the
week.
fuck out of here, you fucks.